Killing bad guys has never been more fun. This is 9 Deaths of the Ninja on Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at me!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at me!
No more hangers!
It stinks.
Hangers!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. It's a podcast, which is an audio recording, digital, that you listen to people talk about topics. It could be bad movies, for instance. That's what we talked about.
For instance.
Could be history. Could be finance. Could be neo-Nazism, if that's your thing.
If that's your thing, but this is not about those.
Well, this episode will have a little bit of Nazism, is it? Ism is not. That's translation from German, from the actual German source. There is a Nazi in this film.
There is, I guess.
9 Deaths of the Ninja. Oh, I guess I should say my name is Justin. Across from me, sitting here, are the voices of Sam and Jackie. Their physical bodies are not here, just their voices.
Hello!
Wow. Bring your body back.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. I like the whatever that would be, the spirit in inhibiting of your body sound effect. Can I have that one more time?
So it's like when Luke and Leia are born. Uba.
Yeah, right.
Uba.
That's
Two scoops of babies.
That's the force going into them, Sam. Uba is that sound. Jackie just got it. This movie stars Sho Kosugi from such films as Every Ninja Movie Ever and Steve Huff. Or Greg Huff?
Brent Huff. His name is Steve in the movie.
Okay, Brent Huff. We've also got Kane and Shane Kosugi in
Kane
this.
and Shane.
Anybody else?
Well, we get the sort of small appearance of Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe. Yes.
Yeah, and then other than that, and then of course Blackie Dammit.
Which is not somebody very many people are familiar with.
It's Anthony Kiedis' father.
That's insane.
Yeah. You can see the resemblance,
I can totally see the resemblance. However, Blackie Dammit, this is 1985. He looks like he's about 30 in this. Which Anthony Kiedis is like 20 at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the... might want to get a DNA test on that one. I might have been
I don't think. I mean, they look
involved.
like each other.
Yeah, well, maybe
and
the
who's
mailman.
to say that I've read some tales of the exploits of Blackie Dammit, and he wasn't in very much stuff because of all of the drugs and screwing around. So, who's to say he didn't have Anthony when he was 15? Right.
Right. Yeah, I guess. The movie is not streaming anywhere that I can see, unless it will be up on somebody's YouTube channel. Yeah, the movie is not streaming anywhere that I can see. We viewed it via the Mill Creek B-Movie Blast that's available on their website for $20. It's like 50 movies.
I think it's 30, but it's totally worth it.
Totally worth it. This is just one of the many that's great on it. I would highly recommend it. I'm not plugging them because we're making money off of it. I just would. I think if you're a fan of this podcast, you need to go get those.
If Mill Creek is listening, they can send us money.
They could do that.
If they wanted to.
Or more movies. I would also accept that.
Yeah, we'd take that too.
Jackie, this is your first time with 9 Deaths of the Ninja. Sam and I second.
Yes.
What were your initial thoughts here?
Well, he didn't assault anybody up the butt.
True, which he did from our previous episode, Rage of Honor, starring
Yes.
Sho Kosugi.
His weapons were cooler in this one. And I don't know, he gets more handsome as you watch him.
Yeah? Except for this was 2 years before Rage of Honor, but that's fine.
Well, I think
maybe I'm just used to him now.
Yeah.
What it was is the Speedo.
That is exactly what it was for me. When he was swimming in the water and you could sing his ding dong, I was like, decent sized package there.
He's no David Bowie.
No, he's no David Bowie, but I just kind of thought like, wow, okay, that's pretty decent of you, sir. Pretty decent of you.
That's awfully kind for the Dong Show there. Hey.
Welcome to the Dong Show. I love this movie.
I'm going to make you guys go on the Gong Show.
Yo.
He is a bit different of a Sho Kosugi. I can understand why you would like him in this film because in other Sho Kosugi films, he's a straight up ninja. He's very serious, steely gazed, doesn't say much, just kills people left and right. This one, he's having a blast out there.
He is having a nice time.
And he's smiling and cracking wise, and these three people that make up this elite group of super agents, I don't even know what the fuck they are.
Dart.
That's
what it's called. No explanation other than they were called Dart.
Okay.
And I don't know what the acronym means.
I thought it was called the Dark Side.
Nope.
Okay.
Dart.
So there's a ninja played by who is Spike Shinobi
He's such a fucking ninja that his last name is Ninja.
Right, correct. And he kills people with spiky things. So
Yeah.
there you go. Then we got Steve
Gordon,
played by Brent Huff, who's like the ladies' man, like your American tough guy, charmer, has a big gun, curly hair, shirtless or sleeveless
Yes.
arm
Well,
show.
his code name is Macho Man.
Yeah.
Macho Man.
We should mention all the code names. So you've got Spike Shinobi, code name Lollipop.
Lollipop, because he likes lollipops.
He does. And then Steve Gordon, code name Macho Man.
And then Jennifer, played by who's Jennifer played by?
Her last name's Lesniak. I know that.
Oh,
Emilia Lesniak is who, and she later in her career changes her name to Crow.
right. Her name is Jennifer, but she goes by Foxy.
Codename Foxy.
Yeah. And I don't really know what her job is.
She's the communications. She's the one that actually does all of the work. They just screw around and beat people up.
So she's like the executive assistant that is like the boss just goes and plays golf all day, but she's the one actually brokering deals and things of that. Okay.
She finds out all of the information. She handles all the communications. And apparently she's Steve Gordon's pincushion whenever he's not nailing someone else.
And she appears to be fine with that.
Yeah, I guess. Oof. She looks really familiar, but she's not in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I don't see why she wouldn't have been. She doesn't blow any lines. She's pretty.
Yeah. I know.
She's super tall.
That's why
And
she's not in a lot of stuff, because she's super tall.
She could never star next to Tom Cruise's.
Or half the people that were on television in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I should mention, Brent Huff, before acting and modeling, was a two-sport star at the University of Missouri.
What were his sports?
He was a basketball player, and he was the high jumper, the best high jumper on the team. At one point, that son of a bitch high jumped 6'10".
That's pretty high.
That's really high.
Yeah, isn't like the fucking record like 7'2" or something?
Something like that, yeah. But
Yeah.
6'10's real high.
Yeah, that's up there. Good for him. Was this you got any release information on this movie, Sam?
No, it's another one that it's difficult to find. Probably 500 screens. Might have done drive-thrus.
Yeah.
Drive-thrus aren't all the way dead yet when this comes out in
Right,
85,
right.
so it might have been straight to drive-thru. No numbers on it, and the only odd thing about it is that Alton Emmett, the director,
Okay.
was originally supposed to direct Revenge of the Ninja.
Okay.
Enter the Ninja, the first one,
Right.
with Sho Kosugi, and then Charles Bronson refused to let him do it because Bronson wanted him for the original Death Wish. So it's odd that they both sort of broke ties with canon at the same time and then did this movie together instead.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. So this guy directed Death Wish 1?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought the same guy directed all the first three Death Wishes,
He may have.
which just get more ridiculous as you go down the road.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I thought Furstenberg got into one of the Death Wishes, like 4 maybe.
I haven't seen 4.
I
I was
don't
saying
know.
up to 3. And 3 is
Furstenberg's
amazing.
movies are ridiculous.
Yeah. As we mentioned, this is a sort of, again, along the same lines as Rage of Honor, where it's not just a straight-up ninja movie, but Sho Kosugi Spike Shinobi is clearly a ninja, but he's on an elite team of like a mega force, mini mega force without motorcycles and purple smoke.
They don't need any of that shit.
He is Too Many Ninja Weapons ninja guy, who I went for as Halloween. He's loaded with ninja weapons.
Oh, yeah.
He's got so many ninja weapons.
He's got a lollipop holder built into his utility belt.
Yeah, he's got a utility belt. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got shuriken in like his wrist. Like just they're like velcroed onto his arm that he can just at any time like be like shuriken.
Yes.
Exploding shurikens.
Exploding arrows, mini darts for his mini crossbow.
Right.
Pistol
Yeah,
crossbow.
I love his mini crossbow. I think
Yeah.
that thing is so cool. Like that's an underutilized thing in film where usually the weapons just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So he eventually would be carrying like this giant, way too big of a crossbow just to look tough. But he's got this little teeny tiny crossbow that's like, it's like James Bond's PPK. It's a tiny gun. And usually you're like, what are you going to do? Start a horse race with that?
Yeah.
But it works for James Bond. And this tiny crossbow works for Spike Shinobi.
Yes.
And you can't forget about the gun that is part of his scythe.
Sight.
Sai.
Sai.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
got
what
a
they're called.
Gun sai.
Yeah.
Yeah, gun scythe. That thing was cool. And his sword goes into a 90-degree angle.
Is it a gun Sai or a Sai gun? The capital of Vietnam.
I'm going with gun sai.
I'm refusing to answer that question.
Miss Saigon.
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Ho Chi Minh grenade.
No, man.
They're just
Let's
places.
Go left field. Dress up. If you dress like a woman, it could be a Madame Butterfly, I guess. Not
Madam
really.
Butterfly knife.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like his side gun that's like a dart gun. And he had something else that was bananas too. Like, he's got a folding giant shuriken
Oh, yeah.
that explodes.
Collapsible, exploding
It's
giant
like,
shuriken.
It's like a shuriken boomerang that doesn't come back to you. Instead, it explodes your enemies.
yeah.
Correct. Yeah, pretty wild stuff here. It's also there's a lot of comedy in this film. It's not just a straight up action movie. There's guffaws and poking and high-fiving and winking and cracking wise to each other a lot throughout this thing.
And disguises.
And the villains are bananas. The villains of this film are the most goofball.
Everyone is a character in
They're
this movie.
all characters.
Every single person is a character. Even Sexetary she's Sexetary
Correct.
because the first time we see her, her screwball boss, who's also a character, is basically just being like, "Yep, go get those books. Bend over and pick that up. Hot lunch."
And she's like, oh, that's just what it's like in the 80s.
Yep.
I made it to the top of being a secretary.
Ugh.
Yeah, pass.
For the Minister of Defense of Manila, but he's also like playing tennis more than anything.
But it seems like he works at the U.S. Embassy.
I can't
I
tell
don't
what's
know.
going on. He's definitely a Indian from India.
Correct. Yes.
So I just don't know what's going on with this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He's freelancing throughout the
He
world.
is.
Yeah, just makes it up as he goes. Are you guys ready to dive into this?
Sure.
Okay. Jackie?
I didn't consent.
Oh. I could tell a mini crossbow story first.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
At a place I used to work, the former owner at one point.
You worked at a mini crossbow store?
No, it was a
That's amazing.
normal place of business.
Where
and-
they sold ninja weapons?
No, but the former owner who had retired came in wearing a Hawaiian shirt, Bermuda shorts, holding a mini crossbow. You can tell at this point that he's a loose cannon
Okay.
in the first 3 weeks of his retirement.
Sure.
And he's bored, so he's come to bother people at his former place of work with this crossbow. And he does. Everybody gets pretty, like, it's a mini crossbow. Everybody's excited about it. And he's like, well, I just got to see how hard this baby hits. So he takes it into the backyard, and there's a wooden fence in the backyard. And he shoots it, and it sticks a good 3 inches through this wooden fence. And we're like, oh, holy crap. And I'm not seeing this. Or actually, I hear the holy crap and all that from outside. I'm running. I'm like, go outside. And they're shooting this fence. And I'm like, there's a fucking daycare center on the other side of that fence.
Yeah, you idiots.
Are you kidding me?
There's just
Yeah.
some child taking a break, leaning against the fence, and all of a sudden he gets an arrow punctured through
Yeah.
his lung.
Oh, boy.
Nice work, guys.
Yep.
Idiots.
Wow.
Safety first, you know?
Safety first.
All right, so this film opens
Well,
up on...
I guess I'm ready now.
Oh.
Now that Sam's, brought us
Crossbow
in with
story.
this cool
You
story.
know, I'm not ready. Let's table this movie for next week. That's the end of the show. We'll get back to this podcast next week.
You guys want to talk about iced tea?
Yeah. Which one?
I
The
like it.
Drink or the guy who talks like this?
And bitches about teenagers instead of doing his fucking act. Both times I saw him. Fucking asshole.
He has an act?
He's a rapper.
I didn't know he was still working that way. I thought he just was on
Well,
stupid TV shows.
No, I didn't. I haven't seen him since. He was part of a whole like festival thing, and he came with Body Count. Remember Body Count?
remember
yeah.
Body Count.
So I saw him as Ice-T once, and I saw him with Body Count once, and I don't know how I got twisted into either show because I didn't really I don't care for his music, but it doesn't matter because you don't get to see it. He just stops the guys from playing and then starts pointing at people in the crowd and be like, "How old are you? Man, I was doing this before you were born." And then just picking out everybody, like, "What kind of shirt is that? How old are you?" And it always comes back to how old you are. It's like, if you're not fucking 40, I guess you can't go to an Ice-T show. It's fucking stupid.
And then he whipped out his little mini crossbow.
Yeah, he doesn't have one of those, I think.
Oh.
All right, Jackie, can we talk about this movie now?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. Woo! Pumped!
It opens on some militant types. I'm guessing we're to infer that they're like the Mujahideen in type guys from 1985 and Rambo 3. They look tough,
They do.
and they're in the desert. I'm not going to draw any more connections than that to any people of nations. But Spike and Steve, they sneak into this camp dressed the same way. Nobody sees them coming, and they start basically just blowing the hell out of these guys.
Yeah. Steve Gordon uses the butt end of a gun to smash a guy's face in.
Right.
And it actually hits him in the face.
It
Is what it
appears
looks
to
like.
smash his face completely caved in.
36 stitches minimum.
Yeah. No nose anymore.
No nose, yeah.
And then fucking bombs that
Yeah.
he planted at some point in the ground.
Spike's mini crossbow shoots exploding darts.
That too.
Yeah.
Sho Kosugi stabs a bunch of guys with his sais and his katana. Cuts a guy's tummy open, and his
Yeah.
guts spill out onto the ground, and he's like holding them and crying for his mommy.
Why Brent is shooting grenades.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep. Grenade launcher.
I like that sound.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
I wonder if they actually sound like
I don't think they do.
that. And meanwhile, we should also mention that Spike is enjoying lollipops throughout this and smiling and thinking, "War, it's fantastic."
He has to stop, take a break, get a lollipop going because it's not going to be as much fun without a pop.
Correct.
And his commando outfit is skin tight.
Yes.
He's pretty much just wearing a commando leotard.
It is a camouflage ninja leotard.
Yeah.
So all these guys are dead now. And some choppers come in, and it turns out these are all part of the same team. This was just a training demonstration
Yeah.
to the uppity ups and the government. It's basically the beginning of Megaforce.
Pretty much.
But all of these guys have been murdered to death.
I assume that the sword sai business, he sort of pulled it to where he doesn't kill him. The shurikens are plastic, and so if you get hit by one, you just grab it and fall over. But the guy gets hit in the face with the gun no matter what.
And
that
what
guy gets
about
stitches.
all the fucking explosions?
Hopefully you're not standing by one,
You
because
can't,
it'll kill you. No, these guys
ensure
are loose
that's not going to
cannons.
happen.
No, you can't.
You're going to kill all your buddies and your colleagues and be like, hey, well, that's just how it goes. You weren't fast enough to kill us.
So you died because you weren't explosion proof. You're not really team material.
Yeah, right.
Also, you're dead, so I don't know why I'm talking to you.
That's the eulogy he gives at his funeral.
And then there's Wes man, what an asshole.
One too many hot dogs did not allow him to run fast enough for when I shot that grenade at him.
Mrs. Dead Meat Pete, please enjoy your Cheese of the Month Club. That
Yes,
is his
that's-
retirement. That's all you're getting.
It's your death pension or whatever that's
Yeah.
called. You don't even get a gold watch.
That's a good name for a movie. Death Pension.
Death pension. Time for retirement, sucker.
Yeah.
So Jennifer comes out of the chopper and she's like, hey, good job, boys. Let's team up. Woo. And then one of the most amazing credit sequences ever. Opening credits.
And since I've already dragged Ice-T over the coals, I'm taking Kanye with him.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Kanye West's act for 2 years with the smoke and the 3 dancing ladies is seriously just this without the sword. He stole
It seems
this,
like he
and
stole it.
It's his fucking act for 2 years was Sho Kosugi's credit sequence to this movie. Not a little bit. It's the same fucking thing.
Which Sho Kosugi is just adding a katana to a budget James Bond opening.
And it's a better performance than Kanye West.
Oh, much better. Much better.
Yeah.
I think this
He doesn't
this
yell
opening
the-
sequence is so rad.
He doesn't, say the date over and over again. So I guess he's missing that. Like
2012, it's 2017, Kanye.
2017. Okay. I know what year it is. Thank you.
I personally like that all of the dancers had mullets.
Yeah, the Femolet.
The Femolet.
And they oh god, no, none of those women should have had close-ups on their face.
Mm-hmm.
We should have just enjoyed the leotard bodies that were dancing around because they were quite graceful.
They remind me of one particular steel worker who also wants to be a nighttime dancer. That's what they visually looked like to me. Whatever her name was, Jennifer
Beal.
Flashdance.
Beals.
Van Peebles.
Beals.
She was not for me. But also, we should mention that we determined finally what Sho Kosugi's hair is. What did you call it, Sam?
A hairmet.
A hairmet.
Yes, it's like a helmet, but it's made of hair. It's not really poofy, but it's very big.
And it doesn't move.
It does not, even under the helicopter.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice? I was like, what kind of product is this guy using?
So
Just natural ninja ability.
in my past life, I was a hairdresser, and it's because they have very thick and very coarse hair, so it doesn't really move around a lot.
Who's that? The Kosugi family? Or ninjas?
Ninjas?
Ninjas.
Oh, okay. So
ninjas.
you
Used to
were
be
barber to the ninjas.
A ninja
Well,
hairdresser.
we had a 50% off day for all ninjas, so, we called it Sneaky Tuesday.
Sneaky Tuesday.
I came in for the tacos and I got a free haircut.
The bastards always sneak out without paying.
That's right. So we knew that if we just lowered the prices, maybe, they would pay.
Why would a master of ninjutsu, the dark arts per se, come to a barber when they could just cut their own hair in about 3 seconds with their own katana?
I don't know.
Sometimes you got to buy the style, Justin. And if
So the hairmet is a style?
Yes.
maybe they needed hairspray and gel. I mean, that was a big seller to my ninja clients.
I don't think that they do. I think that his hair is just trained also in the dark arts, and so it can't be
Yeah.
disturbed even by a helicopter.
So I think that it's not even that. It's he's gone a step further than mousse or gel, and he's just put Loctite on his head. It's JB Weld. That's what he's using for hair
there's
product.
a tie into that later in this film, so we'll see. Your theory's not real bad, but anyways, at Manila, the Manila U.S. Embassy, this bus is getting loaded with a bunch of American citizens for the most part. There's a congressman there.
Yeah.
There's like some smart TV lady. I don't know who she is.
2 small children are definitely just normal children and
Just-
not tiny ninjas.
Clearly not tiny ninjas,
They're just normal kids.
even though they're fighting over there with nunchucks and they do a better job than most adult martial art stars.
Especially Jim Van Beber.
Yeah, Kane Kosugi, I think, could beat up Jim Van Beber.
King Kosugi can beat up about anybody.
He pretty
That's
much
the thing.
That's the glorious thing about him. I think I've seen every single one of his movies where he was a child, and every time he just beats the hell out of adults.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
No, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, love that King Kosugi.
And in real life, he finished the Ninja Warrior. He missed it by a second, but he fucking made the whole course.
Yeah,
So
Wow.
he's really a fucking ninja.
he is literally a
Like
ninja.
he's just like F you guys.
So they're loading up for a tour of Manila, I guess, just to cruise around town type thing. I don't know. And they pull up to this major wedding, like it's a fucking to-do, but it's no wedding.
This is quite an elaborate ruse here.
Yes, it is.
Because the people that are getting married are 2 of the main villains.
Correct.
And they're Commander
Colonel Honey Hump
Colonel Honey Hump,
and the Wolf,
Dr. Wolf.
Dr. Wolf.
Yeah.
But so is everybody a villain here? The hijacker?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole wedding party is villains.
What about like the audience and the band and
I think it's just a normal band.
the priest and
It's the same band that we see later on in the movie, so they're just doing their normal Saturday thing, and then they're like, "Oh fuck!"
so the trumpets don't turn into assault rifles or something
No.
like that? Okay.
No.
That's too bad. Would have been a nice touch. Bazooka,
They
trombone.
split right when that shit started going down. They're like, "Oh, we'll just go to the Walmart next. We'll
What?
just go early."
One guy hides in his own tuba.
Yeah. there's another guy who's like, I'd like to introduce you to my trombone saw. Whoa! And then he's immediately dispatched by a ninja.
I think you should.
Take it back? I can't take it back.
No, I think you should take it on the road, Sam. That should be your whole act is trombone saw. That's the punchline to every joke.
Yep.
Just whatever.
Yeah.
Trombone saw.
Two guys walk into a bar. Trombone saw. Oh, yeah.
Hey, oh, hickory dickory dock, trombone saw. So they hijack the tour bus. I guess they're just getting hostages because what they want to do is negotiate with the government of Manila, the Philippines, to release
Raji.
who is in prison for unknown
Being
reasons.
the worst guy ever.
No,
Just a
he
dirty
was
bastard.
he was caught trying to blow up the embassy.
Okay, so he's like a terrorist.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
He also has wild boar bottom teeth.
And he only has one line in this movie, and that is
He says something, but
Being
I
in
don't-
between laughing, like,
Yeah.
It'll be good to see you once I land. I love Raji. I absolutely love Raji. He's like a filthy, having a good time version of Ega. He's like a caveman.
He changes clothes 3 times, and he changes from dirty clothes to other dirty clothes. That's how bad of a guy he is he refuses to even wear clean clothes.
But he loves life.
He does.
Even though his life, the things that he loves in life is villainy,
Sure.
being a general butthole,
Yes.
he loves it.
He
And
does.
I just can't fault a guy for enjoying what he's good at.
No, you gotta love your work, right?
I did not like that guy. He annoyed the piss out
I
of me.
love Raji. Okay, well, we'll table that for now. So they're going to try to spring him via hostage negotiation. And the U.S. president, which I guess would be Ronald Reagan, gives a command to his top defense guy, and the defense guy's like, all right, we need to send in DART to take care of this. They're the ones that handle this type of situation. Hostage negotiations? Whatever.
It says anti-terrorism, and so I guess because Raji's a terrorist and he's a shirt-tail involvement with this, they can send in DART.
Now, one other thing that I'm confused about on all this. Well, maybe I'm not confused, but let's clear this up. Dr. Wolf and Colonel Honey Hump lead a elite squad of female mercenaries, which are basically Hell Squad.
Yes.
So they've been paid by Albie the Cruel.
Albie the Cruel, who is Blackie Dammit.
You're right. And he is friends with Raji. Is he? And so
Yes.
he's the one that wants Raji out.
He's the one that wants Raji out.
Okay. And the mercenaries are just doing their job.
Yeah, I don't know what happens after Raji gets out, because they're still hostaging after that point, right?
Yeah, they still have the hostages.
They don't care. They just want the DEA to back off of their drug cocaine business.
Huh. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, all right.
That was the second demand.
Oh, okay.
Stop it. Was there second amendment? Stop
Quit it.
We want all of the DEA agents list to follow to be removed from, I can't remember, one of the Asian countries.
Sure. Okay, so what you just said is
Over there.
he demands that the DEA makes a list to follow an
No.
Asian country.
Correct.
No, the list
They're-
of DEA agents to be removed from the country that he's doing cocaine business with
Okay.
so that he can get more cocaine.
Does the DEA work like that? Do they go to other countries?
I don't
think
know.
that they would.
No.
Yeah. I thought they were local.
No, I don't know.
They might go over the border every
I think-
now and then
no,
into
I think that
Juarez
they're-
and get in gunfights and then find Danny Trejo's head on top of a turtle every now and then, you know.
No, I think the DEA operates out of the embassies in foreign countries.
Okay. They should do something about that goddamn Julian Assange. DEA
Oh, yeah?
his ass. I got nothing.
What did? Huh.
He lives in an embassy because he's too big of a chicken shit to go outside because he's going to get arrested for sexual assault.
I thought it was for buying a hooker.
I mean, it's a sex crime of some degree.
Yeah, he got Bluey in the wrong.
He's a freedom
town.
fighter inside somebody's embassy. Eat shit. What a pussy. So they're going in. But before they go in, Spike has to reflect on his ninja beginnings. where he came from, his origin of the ninja skills.
Well, that we get to see the sort of Avengers mansion of Dart. Because they're like at their own pool party.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And you've got, because there's no other women around, Steve Gordon's able to give Agent Foxy some attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spike is practicing cutting watermelons up blindfolded with his sword next to his beloved kitten.
Which reminds him of a different time.
When he was cutting watermelons apart somewhere else.
With a sword.
With a sword.
And then he gets kicked out of Ninja World.
Yeah, he was kicked out of ninja school because he wouldn't kill a lady.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a no-no.
I guess so.
She was defenseless.
Yeah.
Why is that such a bad thing?
Well, she wasn't, because she had another knife and she was going to kill him.
Well, I didn't catch that. I thought she
Yeah.
just turned to be like, hey, but you seem nice.
No, she pulled out a knife and she was going to stab him, and then his ninja teacher shoots her with an arrow and says, "You're a crappy ninja, get out of here."
Beat it.
So he decides that he's going to become a secret agent ninja commando.
Secret
which
agent.
Seems a lot cooler to me.
Secret Agent Ninja Commando.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite 60s songs. Albie the Cruel, who we should mention is a Nazi. I don't really know how that bears into his
Motivations.
evils as a drug dealer.
I think that basically if you make the bad guy a Nazi, then people just don't really have to worry about the motivations.
Okay, all right.
Like, oh, he's a fucking Nazi.
He's a character, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He is easily the most neurotic villain I have ever seen.
I am, having seen this twice now, I'm just really sad that guy lived such a hard and fast ramshackle life that he's not in more goddamn movies.
Yeah, he was great.
He should be in more movies.
He like Albie the Cruel. He probably has like a staff of therapists. Like he needs an entire hospital filled with therapists because he's that neurotic.
He doesn't. He has a monkey therapist
He has a monkey therapist who wears a diaper.
and attacks people at random. Sometimes even tries to strangle him.
Right.
At one point, the monkey, they actually have a scene built around the monkey attacking someone. But the first time you see his pet monkey, it is obvious to me that in real life, the monkey had wrapped the chain around his neck, his leash, and they just used it.
Right.
Like, he stayed in character, got the monkey off, and they're
it's
like,
hilarious.
that's fucking gold, buddy.
Yeah. And he has the propensity to start his sentences in a normal tone of voice, but then by it's done, he has to scream everything he says.
Yes.
And like he gets so worked up that somebody has to always stand behind him and make sure he doesn't fall out of his wheelchair.
Yes, it is fucking rad.
He's great.
And it's not like, because he's doing his thing. Virginia Richardson, I believe, is the gal that is
Colonel
Honey Hump, yeah. Colonel Honey Hump. It's not like she's laying down next to him like a dead fish.
No.
She is working it as
She's
hard as
working
she
it hard.
can, too.
Right. And she's like an unknown version of Judy or Pam Grier. Like she reminds me kind of the Pam Grier type architect.
If you crossed Pam Grier and Grace Jones, you'd end up with this.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So he makes a video of his demands, kills one of the hostages, chops off his head, puts it in a box, sticks it out by some power lines out in the desert, and Kevin Spacey drives Brad Pitt out there and finds his wife's head. But really, it just gets sent to the mayor of Manila or whatever that guy is. Oh, my
DJ
God.
Armitage.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
Dr. Wolf is going to partake of some non-consensual lovin's.
Tour guide lady looks too good to be not raped, I guess.
I guess so. And but King Kosugi is not having it.
No,
He lights his butt on fire.
he does. There's no really any other way to he sneaks up and lights his butt on fire.
He lights his butt on fire.
He puts lighter fluid in his butt crack.
Right.
Yeah.
And lights his undies on fire.
Yeah. And you know what? That man looked pretty hairy. I probably smelled pretty terrible in that bus.
Do you think this is a trip to the hospital?
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Burnt up butthole?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
because
that's
that
not
lighter
nice.
fluid is soaked onto your skin and it is burning.
I couldn't imagine anything more miserable than having your butthole be inflamed, like third-degree burns of your entire sphincter. Nothing.
No, that's
Because you
gonna
can't,
suck.
like, not touch it. Your butt cheeks would be constantly rubbing against your flamed flesh.
No, you'd be sitting on a donut with a colonoscopy bag.
I would probably say you're on morphine for like 6 weeks. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
You get to skip the next 6 weeks of your life.
Well, you definitely wouldn't want to fart.
And then every time you had diarrhea, oh my God.
Whoever did the stunt, there's a couple of pyrotechnics in this movie that are like, that's pretty dicey what you're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
And after we get the lighter fluid on the underwear that goes up, he's then running in the next shot, and it's like a firecracker is in his butt.
It is, but yeah.
And that's got to not be fun.
Not real fun. Not real fun.
But then it's all kind of weird because the Colonel Honey Hump
Mm-hmm.
comes into the bus and she's like, "We need to make out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to make out consensually?"
You know who's good at rapings? It's not men, it's women.
Yeah.
We're the best rapers.
But she doesn't. She just like throws it out there that she
Yeah.
could if she
Maybe we
wants.
could hook up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
go get a drink sometime.
She gets turned down. She's like, "Well, see yourself." Walks out.
instead of good cop, bad cop, it's rape cop, creep cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't work though.
You do that thing where we've got a 2-sided dildo and we just bounce on each other. Like, it's not really good for anybody, but it looks cool in pornos, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good for the guy that's about to hit pause.
Back at Super Team in the Manila head guy's office, you say that they're Dart, which I do remember several references to Dart, but at some point they're wearing jumpsuits that
Yes.
have the letters JSOA on them.
So-
All three of them are wearing JSOA jumpsuits.
See, I thought that Kosugi said JSDA and that Huff said something. They all three said different things. Like he was part of Japan Defense something or other. And
Well, I think the JSOA is the Justice Society of America. They
Okay.
kicked Superman and Batman and Hawkman's ass right out of there. And actually, Superman and Batman weren't in Justice Society. It was Hawkman, the original Flash, and Green Arrow, I think.
maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kicked their asses out of there.
Way to
and,
nerd out.
Oh, dude, what do you think this podcast is about, Jackie? It's the nerdiest.
Well, in the defense of this film, I would take these three over those three.
But you
Oliver
don't like,
Queen's all right, but the other two are.
you don't like Hawkman.
No, that's not how it goes. But
Who is that?
Birdman.
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 Or Condor Man. Condor Man's cool. too.
Condor Man's cool.
He was not in the Justice Society of America.
No.
Anyways, we have to move on. So they go to a gala at a museum. I have no idea what they're doing here. Like, what's the story with this
Oh.
scene?
Because somebody's phone records, they make a lot of calls to the museum.
Okay, so
So it's a lead.
all right, I'm just checking it out. Inside
Yeah.
this museum, though, is a guy who clearly looks like a villain who has a camera and takes Sho Kosugi's picture, and Sho Kosugi does not like it.
Yeah, they chase him down, but then they
Why does he care?
lock him out, both him and Steve Gordon, and this is equivalent to just secret agent grab ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then the B team comes in, and it's a lady with four
They're
little
more.
people.
They're more the SHORT team.
Well, there's the lady that's normal size.
Correct.
It's sort of like not Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. It's like the
Despicable Me and some minions.
yeah, I don't know what she is, but she's some weird knife lady, and she's got four tiny men that help
Who are
her.
dressed like gangsters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can imagine what happens. Hilarity.
Hilarity, yes. They have Sho Kosugi has to fight four tiny men. And one of them socks him right in the nards.
And then he picks one up and shakes him like a baby. I mean, don't shake a baby.
Never shake a baby.
Never shake a baby. But he does that.
Yeah, but then his partner's just standing there going,
I
"You're
would,
being attacked by
man.
midgets."
I would do the same thing.
If I had a nickel for every time I've seen a bunch of little people attack this guy.
Yeah. He does that all the time. That's sort of that's his shtick is like,
Every town we go to.
if I'm done beating up my one guy and he's fighting four other guys, I'm just going to like fold my arms and smirk and go, huh, God, why hasn't he beat these guys up yet? Come on now.
We could go get chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he almost gets knife attacked, and they chase the attacker upstairs, who's pretty much a wanker.
He is a total doofus.
He is not deadly, this attacker.
And then we see Kosugi's first superpower. He does a front flip onto the stairs. What do you think? 12 feet straight up?
12? I think it's more like 20.
20. He jumps real high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Luke Skywalker jumping out of the carbonite tube.
He's a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome, though.
Yeah. And then this guy is like, oh, yeah, I'll jump too, and falls to his death.
10 feet.
He jumps onto, like, I think it was an art display.
Yeah, he lands on a display and then dies.
There's
Shatters
probably a
his
small
ankles.
statue in there that probably lodged itself up his rectum.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was it was a sculpture of Neptune and a trident, 1 in a million shot. Yeah.
all the way into his brain.
Yeah.
So that scene's over. I hope they got the information that they needed.
They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't.
Well, back at Camp Villain, the bad guys are all the henchmen are taking little girls' drugs, which
Heart medication. He thinks it's like speed.
right, not
They
gonna
don't.
work.
Nope. No, that's not what that is.
Man, these drugs aren't doing anything for me. So there's a chance that this little girl who's been taken hostage might die of heart failure, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the DART team check into a hotel someplace, and Steve's eyes the secretary from the mayor's office. He's like, I think I'm gonna see what's up with you, lady.
Yep. Hot lunch.
I think you're gonna like me because I'm handsome, and
That's it.
That's it. That's pretty much it. I'm not even gonna throw out any charm. I'm just gonna be crude and disgusting, and you're gonna like it because look at this face.
Yeah, look at me. I mean, you're not going to have sex with me? And you're like, fine, I'm going to have sex with you. You can be an ass and just stare at my tits the whole time, and I don't care.
Jackie, what's your what do you think of Brent Huff? Is he handsome?
No.
Really? Okay.
I mean, he's a good looking dude, but I
Sure.
wouldn't go. I think there's good looking, and then there's handsome, and then there's dashing,
Oh.
and the rugged look, of course.
Okay. So give me out of 10.
He's pretty average. He's like a 4.
What?
That is not average, Jackie.
That's very poor.
Below average.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 would be the middle, which would be average.
All right, he's probably a 6.
Huh.
Really?
All right.
He's a little scrawny.
Dude, I
He's a
would kill to look like this guy.
two-sport athlete from the University of Missouri. Yeah, no, I would kill to look like this guy,
I
too.
would have a hard time getting out of the bathroom and breaking away a mirror from my face.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, hey there. Hey,
I would just wink and gun at me all day long. Like, dude,
Yeah,
man, I can't get enough of this guy.
look at me.
Who is that?
Who's
This dude.
Look at me.
What a
love me.
stud. What a charming son of a bitch. Oh man.
This conversation is getting kind of weird.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna jerk it a little.
Not Cody Abilene, but close.
Yeah, probably not Cody Abilene, but
But see,
Or-
you gotta remember though, I like Gerard Butler looking dudes.
yeah, Gerard Butler is rugged,
Yeah.
whereas this guy's kind of a prince,
Yeah,
a dandy, you
he's
might say.
He's a bit of he's toe-headed, so that doesn't help anything with toughness.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why you married me. I'm totally not rugged. On the star rating of ruggedness, I come in at probably a 9 to Jackie because she doesn't know how star ratings work. But for me, I'm like I'm at 0.5.
Yeah, 0.3, really.
I have soft hands. Very soft hands. So they get a fight at dinner with some guys who are just like grumpy about who they are, or because
What's
he's
this-
having dinner with the secretary.
Oh, it's the guy with the camera from the art show.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is he starting a fight with them then?
Because he wants to kill them so that they
Why?
stop trying to catch the bad guys.
They're connected somehow.
Yes.
Yes.
They're agents of Albie the Cruel.
Okay. All right.
And during this sequence, Sho Kosugi is in disguise as an old
I
man.
don't know why, but okay.
With a sweet ass cane.
Yeah.
This is a very shiny, very nice looking cane.
You can really tell how much he loves his job at this point because he is going to beat all these guys up without breaking character.
That's true. And he beats the shit out of a lot of guys. He, one point, shoves his cane into the crotch of another guy and pulls him, which means that the cane would break apart his dick.
Probably. He also fish hooks a guy with the cane. That looks real uncomfortable.
Yep. So he beats a bunch of ass, and they don't really get any information as far as that either. How
They get a hostage.
Yeah.
They take him back into the restaurant, and they're like, "You are fucked, buddy."
Yeah, but they don't do anything with him.
That we see.
Steve just goes and bangs the secretary.
And then I think Sho Kosugi tortures the shit out of that guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to go to Pound Town. You're going to go to the other Pound Town.
You're also going to penetrate somebody.
Yeah, but in a
with
bad way.
Knives.
Hook him up to a car battery.
Shock his balls.
Yeah. Just work the nuts.
I worked here for 2 weeks, man. I'm just doing it to get through college. Don't shock my balls. Ah! Nobody shocks Santa's balls.
What?
What?
You guys don't remember that South Park?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Santa gets his ball shocked. Not Santa's balls. So they can't get anything going. They can't stop this hostage thing. They can't find where anybody's at or do anything. So the government is just forced to release Raji. And he's out, but they're going to tail him. They're going to find out where Raji's headed.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Raji's just running through town being evil and villainous and
Having a nice time.
Yeah, having a great time.
He popped little kids' balloons.
He is being chased by an elite team of super agents, and he can take the time out of this chase to menace some children.
That's right.
He gets his cab driver, takes him to where he needs to go, and then he fucking strangles him to death.
Yeah, just cause.
Like, just killed the... Really? Really? Wow, you're a bad guy.
And then holds a horse carriage driver hostage to take him what appears to be about 20 feet
To a whorehouse.
to a whorehouse. And just so he can... Does he have a little time at the whorehouse? Or is he just using it as a smoke and cover?
To find some more dirty clothes to put on.
Yeah.
Because that's all he does, is he puts
Right.
more different dirty clothes on. But we find out that there was a tracker in his previous set of dirty clothes.
In his boxer shorts.
Yeah.
And Spike is following him, and he comes into Madame Woo Woo's whorehouse.
Yes.
And he's like, he needs to get in the back to find this guy, but in order to do that, he's got to get past through the Mama-san, who appears to be just a white lady.
Yes.
She kind of looks like a cheap Sandra. Who was the one from... Sorry,
The guy.
The Bandit.
Oh, Sally
Sally
Fields?
Fields, yeah.
Really? I was thinking she
not
looked
so
more
much.
like a cheap Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
I thought of Sally Fields right away.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's like, I need to get back there. How about getting me one of these girls here? I'll go have a good time with them. How's $50? She's like, yeah, that'll get you a little bit of time. $50 fucking dollars?
In 1985 in the Philippines?
Philippine whorehouse?
That's... maybe I've just been priced out of hookers my whole life.
I think you just bought that woman's life.
I don't know anything about it, but it seems expensive
It
then.
seems expensive. I think you could get about an hour at $10.
Really?
Yeah, well, think about it. $10 an hour in 1985. That's good money.
Yeah.
And the Philippines, that's like $35 an hour here for whoring.
I don't
think
know.
that's good. I think that's a good rate. I think that they're making it in today's money in America. That whore would be making close to like $500 for a little bit of time, like a handy. $500 for a handy. It seems steep.
Well, that, and then you get to go look at the merchandise, and you're like, wow, you got fucking ripped off.
Oh, not good. Uh-oh. Well, what's
Never
your refund
hand them
policy?
the money first.
Is there a warranty? Because I need a refund.
It's like if you pay a kid to mow your lawn and you give them the money first, guess what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Your lawn is not going to get mowed.
Look at some of these women. They could probably use a little bit of lawn mowing if downstairs, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah?
Little,
You can just tell these are unshaven beavers. I know an unshaven beaver when I see
yeah,
it.
I've got unshaven beaver sense.
Yeah. I can look at a woman
tingling.
right in the eyes and go, "Yep, you don't." Yeah, that's like a goddamn forest down there.
No, I don't think I know what to do. I'm gonna run. So he goes in the back. He's told to wait. Like, oh, Tracy will meet you back there, and he goes back and just finds a pile of clothes. He's also attacked by random goons.
These are the same fucking guys
what
from
are
the
they
restaurant.
doing in the whorehouse.
They're just following him. Everybody's following everybody, and they're getting in fights for about the middle of this movie.
All right. Well, eventually, Raji gets away on a boat, and he's like, ha, 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 ha. And Spike is going to chase him down in a chopper.
Mm-hmm. His wardrobe helicopter.
Yes.
Because he has like 10 changes of clothes in this helicopter.
Mobile flight enabled or more.
Yes.
But he's nabbed. There's guys waiting for him, and they kidnap him and put him in his own chopper and then fly him to
Where he needs to go.
Not good work.
Nope. And by the time they get there, he's already taken control of the helicopter back.
Right. They don't even notice that in the back seat, he's just punching out their own guys and kicking him out the helicopter without it. So what'd you think about the game last night? Oh yeah, me too.
Well, this is also when we find out how serious of a fucking heavy Raji is, because Sho tries to shoot him and he just puts his hand in front of the gun and stops the bullet and then hands him back the bullet
And
laughs
yeah.
because getting
And
shot in the hand is fun.
Spike only says one thing. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Well, what are you supposed to say? I would probably say wow too.
And Raji punches Spike out the chopper door, and he almost falls to his doom.
Mm-hmm.
He latches on at the last second, and then he's got one of those ninja spiky hand things
Yeah.
that he grabs onto Raji and pulls him out of the chopper instead into the water below.
But he apparently swims away because he gets away.
Yeah, he's fine. He's a tough guy, Raji. So Spike takes back over the helicopter, kicks the other guy out, makes him put his door back together on his helicopter. I like that. It's a nice touch. So they pick up Steve, and they fly to Madame Wu Pee's whore barge.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same actress with a different colored wig on.
And the Minnesota Vikings are there having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Of their
There's a
whore boat
dragon.
parties. There is a dragon.
In the front of the boat.
There's probably some blow.
And there's some sweet, like, canopied areas. There's like a full bar on this thing.
The bartender's just getting fucked up on champagne rather than serving anyone.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you, if Jabba could get his hands on this place, the mighty Jabba would be getting rid of that stupid thing that just explodes from getting a laser shot at it.
Do you think Jabba would hang out with the Minnesota Vikings?
Ooh, the Jabba do Bada.
I think that means no.
The Viking Bantapudu. He's more of a Packers fan.
Yeah. Oh, go Pack.
Oh my god.
So they land on this island that the barge is next to, and Steve's going to hang out and talk to some ladies, who I guess they're going to greet. They're expecting to see Raji.
I guess.
And take him onto the whore barge, and then I guess transport him to Albie's location. I don't fucking know what these Albie's whores are involved.
They're in the middle of some screwy deal, but at this point, that's when Sho gets in his Speedo, and old Gordo there has to take care of the two hookers, and we are to assume that he nails both of them.
He's charming them. He is seducing them.
Well,
I don't think he knows how hookers work.
Well, that's the thing, is that he wants to do them, he just doesn't want to pay.
Oh, so he's got to... then why is he be like, God, if only I wasn't so rich?
Yeah, he's acting... That's part of the con.
Oh, because they love him if he's rich but can't get any of his cash?
Yeah, they're like, just think of the money later.
Oh.
Just think of all the money later.
This
going to happen.
boning is like
Well,
a down
he's-
payment to future bonings.
Yes.
And he's telling them shit like, oh, I just can't find true love, and true love is the best thing in the world. I'm like, your penis has elephantitis.
Yeah, it's covered in weird things.
Yeah. At this point,
Like they have named an STD the Gordon syndrome.
Yeah. It's actually the SGD now.
Yeah.
Steve Gordon disease.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Spike has infiltrated the whore barge and takes down a cocktail pourer, the bartender.
Bartender's like, hey, and then decides, you know what? I'm just gonna have some of this champagne.
Hey man, it's Dom Perignon.
You opened the bottle, so I should probably enjoy some of this.
There's a chance I'm going to explode this barge later, so I wanted to make sure this champagne is not wasted.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets info on where Albie's supposed to be meeting up with Raji, I believe. And then the bullets start to fly. Hey, you're not the bartender!
Madam Whoopi has a fucking M60.
She's got a big-ass gun.
Yeah.
I don't know if whores typically have M60s.
She does.
But I guess maybe you need to have like you know how like in a common portrayal of pimps is to like, hey, bitch better have my money shit.
Yeah.
And they slap him around and then they go kick the John's ass until they get the cash. That's what she does. She doesn't slap around her whores because she, respects women. And she just shoots Johns who don't pay.
Yes. M60.
Right. This is a pimp slap.
Yeah, this is going to leave a hole in you.
Yep.
You do not fuck around with Filipino whore madams
who's obviously American.
Who is clearly American and dresses like a cowwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Not a woman who is a cow, a
cowgirl.
Cowgirl. Now, what if she's a woman?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Cowwoman.
It's cowboy.
There's no
cowgirl.
cowman.
Cowman. I am cowman.
Cowman.
Moo. So he gets off, he escapes, dives into the water, and then she has horse scubas.
Yep.
Hooker.
Scuba hookers.
Scuba squad.
And this is just the weirdest thing because he gets rid of one of them by pulling her top off. And for all the boobs...
I'm incapacitated.
Yeah, she's like, I can't fight anymore. My boobs are showing. Huh. But for all the boobs you think you're going to see in this movie, the only two are just like, you've given up on it. Like, there's not going to be any nudity in this movie.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're like, what? Really?
That's an odd nudity choice.
Yeah, it is a very odd nudity choice.
And he pulls the mask off of another woman's face, and she can't just reach down and pick up the mask and get her air back.
Mm.
She's also incapacitated.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to any of that. I was just looking at the package swimming around.
He appeared to have a semi in one of the shots.
Yeah, and
he loves his job.
Mm-hmm.
He loves his junk because there were some very flattering camera angles that just really emphasize the I have a wiener. And I did not tuck it for this scene. And it was like, way to go, sir. Way to go.
He beats up another hooker on the water. And I don't even know why this one's wearing a shirt. Why bother? But
it's a wet t-shirt.
Yeah, and he's like beats her, not like that kind of. He just tackles her to the ground and pulls a knife and then stabs the beach next to her head because he's still an honorable ninja. He's a noble ninja, and she's like,
And what do we know?
She kind of likes him.
Yeah. What do we know? Steve Gordon's got his arms folded. He's going, I can't believe he hasn't got rid of that hooker yet.
Yeah, every time we come to a beach, he gets in a hooker fight.
And every time I'm already done with both my hookers.
Yeah, I'm done. I took care of that real quick.
So tired they didn't even follow me over here. So I'm a sexual hurricane, Steve Gordon.
Back at base, Jennifer, who hasn't been talked about for a little while, because
she's doing work.
There's a guy that's hassling the secretary because she wants cocaine.
Yeah, so they got her hooked on the good stuff.
Okay.
And that way she's the inside man.
Oh, the secretary is.
Yeah, the secretary is the inside man.
Okay. Jennifer's like, not on my watch, and she gets a bazooka that shoots glue.
It's a glue gun.
It's a glue gun. And she epoxies his feet to the floor and his hands to his face.
And then leaves him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
She shoots him in the face with epoxy. It's not like she shoots his hands and then he sticks him to his face. I think this guy might have a chance at dying.
He's probably going to die.
Either way, he's blind. He'll never see again.
No.
I think this Pace Pot Pete bullshit is a little tough, which is a Spider-Man reference. Hashtag look it up, also known as the Trapster. Nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Frightful Four, the Trapster, with the Wizard and two other people we can't remember. Like the Frightful Four.
With level power 8.
Oh, yeah, dude, the Frightful Four is a joke. It's a guy who has a glue gun, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
They get their ass kicked all the time, and it's brilliant. What was I going to... Oh yeah, that was the reference, the tie-in to what you were saying about epoxying his hair. He just gets that glue gun, Sho Kosugi,
Oh yeah, that's what
shoots
that
his hair.
was.
Yeah, yeah. That's his
Captain
hair gun.
Mauser.
That's like
Yowzer.
his giant moose can.
Yeah. Police Academy 3. They switch out Captain Mauser's shampoo with the epoxy.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has to shave his
Mauser.
hands off.
Wowza, wowza. Yep.
Got two handprints.
Yep. They really go downhill, but after a certain point. But they're pretty good up to Police Academy 3.
Yep, pretty good.
They've made it to the island now, haven't they?
They get to the empty camp. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're at the location. It's empty, and they blow the fuck out of it. They blow up the school bus, the tour bus. Nobody's there. Hostages aren't to be found.
Well, I like how they don't show how they Jimmy rigged, like, tied the dead body up with a piece of twine and then got right outside of the village and then yanked on it, and then it triggered the explosion.
And it was a big explosion.
Yeah.
They weren't screwing around with that booby trap.
Maybe a little bit too much dynamite, Steve. Mm-hmm. Colonel Humpty Hump,
Honey Hump.
do the hump. She's up on a cave, like they've relocated to a cave now.
Stronghold.
And she's telling her men about piggies. And she's firing them up, and she wants some piggy heads. And the people that bring her piggy heads get to have one of their girls for a night.
30 minutes.
Yeah, well, I think they need about 3.
Yeah, most men do not need 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So she's put a bounty on their heads. And Steve's like, back at base, he's like, you know what? It's time to finish this shit. Bring me the dancer. And he's just got like a crew of like gun caddies.
He's got their caddies.
They're caddies
Yeah,
for
and
him.
For him. There's about 5 of them.
Uh-huh.
And they just carry his shit.
Like an
'cause he's got
entourage.
so much shit. This is the point you realize what role Gordo serves in the team is he's like heavy weapons dude.
Macho Man.
Yeah, the Macho Man blows shit up.
Ambush! Oh, no! And there's much death here. Spike is ninjaing out. Steve is blowing shit away with the dancer.
The dancer is just like this machine gun that makes no sense.
It makes no
but
sense.
It's obviously serious fucking business.
Yeah, it shoots bullets fast at people who die from them. And it goes pretty well.
Yeah.
Steve's like, how about a beer, boys?
Yeah. His gun Sherpas have beers for him. And then he's like, go ahead and have some. Whatever. And then he doesn't
You
even
guys
really
earned
want
it.
beer. Yeah, because he only drinks the top of his beer and he fucking throws it like, fuck it.
I got
Whatever,
things
man.
to do. You guys enjoy these beers, these brewskis.
Yeah. I really like this part of the movie because both sides just like take halftime on the fight.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, let's take a break. And so bad guys go back to the cave. The good guys are like, hang out, have a beer, whatever. And everybody's drinking beer like, oh, that fucking sucked. That didn't go well. It's Bummer City over at the cave. And then things are, a lot lighter spirits on the other side of the
A little
jungle.
more positive.
Yeah.
Just beat the shit out of those guys.
Yeah, so let's regroup, make new plans, halftime adjustments, and
We'll
get
see
back
you guys
in there.
at the cave.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Okay. Which happens. That's what happens next. They sneak into the camp, the cave camp, and they free a couple of the hostages, the congressman and the tour bus lady, who was about to get raped again. Mm-hmm. And Sho dresses as the Dr. Wolf, as a fat guy, and sneaks in and takes out another. He doesn't take him out. He
Sneaks out the senator
sneaks out the senator and shurikens the weenie guy in the arm.
just so that we can have him for later.
Yeah, great. He's the only bad guy I don't like. So all the rest of the hostages, though, are in a bamboo prison inside the cave, particularly one, Kane Kosugi, who asks for a spider from his brother and just goes right through the bars of the cell.
Yep.
Not
With
no
his
prison
nunchucks.
can hold me. I'm a tiny ninja.
He was starting to seem like these are not normal children.
Attica, Attica, he yells from outside of the prison.
Yeah.
And the big brass, the baddies, Albie, Honey Hump, and now Raji.
Raji's there, yeah.
They're having dinner, a nice soiree in the cave that they've basically turned into a headquarters. There's tables and chairs and
Some
Candles.
candles.
Yep.
like turkey, like smorgasbord. It's like a Viking
Yeah.
party.
Very ambient.
It
Yeah.
seems like Albie's getting fucked up too. He's having a lot of beer.
Yeah. He touches Raji uncomfortably.
Very
to me,
strange.
and sings his praise. Is there a chance that they're lovers?
That's what I kind of wondered at that point. It was like, your arms are very close to his wiener.
And you really have an affection towards this man who is a giant guy.
Yeah.
Roger, your bottom significantly, I guess. I don't know. I kind of sense some little undertones there.
Yeah, they're very
two.
close.
Yeah. Well, Kane sticks the spider in the weenie guy's shirt, who drops his jacket and with the pills for the little girl, and Kane gets them and delivers them, and he's the fucking hero of.
Yeah.
Along the way, he beats
He has to
the shit out of a grown
beat
man.
a grown man with nunchucks.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
does it.
Now, Spike and Steve are sneaking into the cave, and wait, hold on. There's fucking ninjas here?
What are these ninjas doing here?
Where did they These ninjas have not been in this film up to this point.
No, I did not get this. But I did. You know, the best part about this fight, though, is when he uses this little mini crossbow thing, shoots one of them, and then you see this hand come out, and he pushes the dead ninja over, and there's one guy standing right behind that ninja.
I don't
No.
know if it was a dead ninja.
It was a fake, and it was a ninja decoy.
Yeah, a
Oh.
ninja dummy.
He fell for it. It's like, that's fucking ninja shit right there.
Super ninja shit.
I did not catch that. I was just impressed.
Yeah.
Are these ninjas related to the bad
The
guys?
last ninja is Ken Watanabe.
Sure, but why are you here, dude?
He's
What's up?
finishing the cycle of ninja for him.
He's just coming to kill Spike?
Or turn him into the world's greatest ninja, depending on who lives.
Why would you want that?
It's just one of those things with ninjas. You never really know when they're going to show up. It was a bad time. Maybe he was on another mission, but this is the ninja prowess of Spike Shinobi, is that he can just dispatch the greatest ninjas in the world while also on task with something completely different.
I see. So they're like a speed bump.
Yeah, they just
Type
kind of
thing.
showed up at a weird time.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm becoming a ninja for real now again? Weird timing, guys, but okay.
It's nice to see you. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
Raji's got a fucking time bomb as well that he sticks up on top of a cave wall, and so now that's all going to explode with the hostages, I guess, to their death, and everybody else as well.
Just kill the hostages and leave.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Plan revision.
Jennifer shows up. She brings a grenade launcher to Steve, and Steve starts thunk, shooting grenades out, blowing everything up. I don't think this is a good idea in a cave.
No.
Yeah, and it actually doesn't work because so there's a collapse and Sho Kosugi gets smashed by rocks, but he's a ninja, so it doesn't really do much.
And I couldn't tell if that was from explosions or if it was just an earthquake. Like, it was just more bullshit that was happening, like, on the side. Like, oh, like we need anything else. Now it's an earthquake and a cave-in. What the fuck?
But fucking Steve gets ninja arrowed.
Yeah, Ken Watanabe shoots Steve. And you're
Yeah.
like, no, not Steve.
Oh
but
my god.
it was in the arm. It's okay.
Yeah, all right.
You're going to make it. And he's just kind of a wuss about needles because apparently Jennifer is not only the communication specialist, the person who does all the work, she's also a nurse. And she's patching him up. Crappy one because she pulls the arrow right out and you're not supposed to do that.
Field medic.
Yeah, but, things work out.
Yeah. And Spike kills Sensei Watanabe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fights him to death.
So he's now the greatest ninja and secret agent, both.
True. And then he and Raji get in a fight over the bomb, and it's doesn't take him very long to kill Raji. It's a little tougher than normal, but
Yeah.
he ends up shoving the old grenade in his mouth maneuver.
Yeah, he is a 2-for-1 special. He diffuses the bomb by taking the detonator out of it and
Oh,
putting
that's what it was?
Yeah, he took the detonator out of the bomb and put it into Raji's mouth,
Which explodes.
which explodes out his ears and his butt.
It blows up his guts.
I think that Sho Kosugi likes butt jokes.
Oh, I think
Oh,
he
I
loves
think
them.
he does too.
Yeah.
Because that's the second butt joke in this movie, and there was definitely a butt joke in the other one.
Let's
we watched.
explode this guy's ass. And he
Yeah.
already, we have an ass being lit on fire in this movie as well. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It blew out his butthole all the way through. Whew. It's a hell of a diet. Spicy meatball. I got no more jokes about your innards blowing up.
Yeah, I know. This is one of those Chipotle bombs.
All the hostages are freed. Hooray! And later, at Jennifer's house, or I guess this is a
So this
dark
is
mansion.
it's the tennis dude's house. The secretary of
Manila.
whatever
Right.
he is.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was that lady with the glasses with the kid with the heart
No.
thing.
Nice place.
That it was her vacation rental, and they were there with her because they didn't have a place
It's a
to
house.
stay.
They're at a house.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. The kids are playing, having a good time. But oh shit, the villains are invading because we still have to deal with Albie and Honey Hump.
Had they just left, they would have been fine. But no, they got to revengify shit.
Right. Well, you not letting you get away with fucking up our cocaine industry. But it was all a trap.
Yes.
It was an entrapment, literally, because Steve and Spike are also there. They spring up and net gun the ladies, or the mercenaries, and Albie drives away and like, I'm out of here, drives, because we haven't mentioned that he's in a wheelchair this whole time, electric wheelchair.
Yeah. Motorized.
Yeah, so he drives away through a field and then into the middle of a horse polo game?
Polo match? Yeah,
Polo
there's
match,
a
yeah.
polo match happening, and he's unfortunately gone onto the field.
Yeah, I think. Whoa, hey guys, watch out for me, the handicapped guy in the middle of your game. Try to. Sorry, could you just game off for a second? Wheelchair man driving through, please.
No, that's what people that play polo do.
Oh, they're dicks that kill handicapped people.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
They are not going to stop their
No,
game.
they're not going to stop the game.
They're rich bastards, you know.
I apologize to anybody that loves this podcast and also loves horse
Polo.
golf,
It's like horse hockey.
horse hockey.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. But these guys are like,
Yeah, Jackie
it's
says you're a murderer.
You're a man in a wheelchair who's just going to run you over.
Well,
rich,
he looks poor.
Rich equestrians, guys. I'm sorry, but you're all murderers. according to Jackie.
Murderers.
Murderers.
Especially of the handicap. So you're
Yeah.
even worse.
Well, Sho Kosugi pulls a special dart out of his mini gun, mini crossbow, and shoots it into the grappling dart.
Right.
And it grabs the wheelchair so that it puts the brakes on, and Albie falls out face first onto the grass.
And they don't even fucking stop.
No,
they
they
just
just
trample the shit out of him.
Trample the shit right out of him.
And then just keep playing the game? Mm-hmm. And Sho Kosugi's like,
He actually kind of goes, oh, that was bad. Like, he's usually very happy to kill you horribly, but even this one was a little rough for him.
Well, the dummy looked
Ooh.
great for this, and they did a really good job on his hair.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yep, that hair is still there.
So Steve and Jen are like, you thinking what I'm thinking? This movie's about over. Do you want to go inside and maybe light a fire? Mm-hmm. Have a little bit of champagne, and we won't drink the champagne
By light of fire, I mean I'm going to give you chlamydia again.
again. Mm-hmm. Back to you. And Spike is like, hey, kids. Hey, sons of mine. I love that. Gives them lollipops.
Not the explosive kind.
Not the explosive kind.
Because some of the lollipops are smoke bombs. Some of them are smoke bombs for snakes. And others
Oh, yeah,
are
we
just
forgot
bombs.
to talk about the cobras.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
That was awesome. We also didn't mention that Blackie's character, the very first time we see him, has blonde hair. And then the next time we see him, and for the rest of the movie, he's got like really dark black. He's got like black, like a really
Jet
crappy
black.
job black hair.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's your movie. Who wants to go first on questions?
So do you think that Sho has a penicillin lollipop that he gives to Steve every week?
Ooh, because of the STDs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Got the gonorrhea again, did you? Here's his penicillin lollipop.
Yeah, man, I'm pissing fire, Spike.
Yeah.
Burns want to pee. Can I have
There's
one of
one
those?
for you, Jennifer, who just can't give this guy up for whatever reason.
Or like maybe one of the lollipops is a silver stallion. Doubles as that.
Ouch.
what's that?
It's when you have the clap and you can't take a pill. You have to have a giant cotton swab shoved up your pee hole.
Oh,
all the way.
that sounds
End
awful.
to end. Cleans you out, and then they pull it out, and it's called the Silver Stallion. I have never had that. I would choose to keep the clap if that was my option. It's clap, and your dick's going to fall off eventually, or we're going to shove this giant sword up your pee hole. Well, I think I'll take the clap.
Oh my god.
What are we talking? Like 6 months before my penis falls
Yeah,
off?
what do we got here? Give me some numbers.
3 weeks? Oh, that seems fast, but okay, fine. That's the Silver Stallion. Fuck you. You're not shoving that anywhere near me. Yeah, probably, Sam. Jackie.
I only have one question.
Okay.
Why was it called the 9 Lives?
9 deaths.
9 Deaths of the Ninja?
Yeah, why was it called that? Because he doesn't die one time.
The only connection is because he's got the kid that he likes cats. But that has no reason of
That's like a
anything to
stretch.
do with the movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no Deaths of the Ninja. It's a secret agent film more than anything.
Right.
He is never even in peril.
Yeah. I'm guessing they had the title before the movie. Like, wow, 9 Deaths of the Ninja. That's a really cool movie title. And then they wrote a movie, and they're like, well, I also want to make this secret spy goofball comedy.
We got Brent Huff to come on board, so we're changing everything now.
Yeah. I got a 2-parter.
Okay.
Who's your favorite villain? Jackie? Sam?
Raji. No, it's not. It's Albie the Cruel. I like Albie the Cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I'm going to take Raji.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he has barely any lines, and anytime he does anything.
And warthog bottom teeth.
Yeah. But Albie is tough to beat.
Yeah, he's
And
a
Colonel
character.
Honeycomb is fantastic as
Yeah.
well. She's just outlandish. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite good guy then? And then it doesn't have to be a member of DART. It could be the secretary. It could be the mayor of Manila.
The mayor of tennis.
Yeah, any of the good guys.
I like the little kids the best.
Yeah, it's hard to walk away from Shane and Kane.
Yeah, they were fun.
I'm going with Steve Gordon because he's just such a dickhole. He's the biggest dickhead ever.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
I think
awesome.
I'm going to go with the kids too, Jake.
Kids.
That's a good call. I like them. I like them both.
Okay, so what happens to Secretary Hot Stuff?
Well, she probably has the DTs, and then or she just gets another connection.
Isn't like
and
drug
she
use
keeps
in
working.
the Philippines like capital punishment shit? The executor probably.
That is what. Well, it is today. Yeah, because of Duterte, the fucking psychopath that just murders anybody without a trial. That Donald Trump seems to think is a hell of a leader. He's committed genocide against drug users, so he's not a good guy. So yeah, no, she makes it 10 years and before she's found out to be a coke sniffer and booted out of the embassy, and one night left in an alley with a knife through her face.
Yeah, it sucks because she's hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, she bangs the president of Manila, whoever that guy was, to get out of this sticky situation, and then she gives him, once a week ride for a bag of coke.
And then ends in a horrible, tragic death.
Yeah.
And Sam, it shouldn't matter that she's pretty. Being stabbed in the face by a dictator, even if you're ugly, not cool.
Yeah.
Don't pick on the ugly people, Sam. That puts you in the same category as those polo assholes.
I have a polo shirt.
He would run over somebody with a horse.
You know, the thing that people call polo shirts are actually tennis shirts because everyone in the world is a dickhead.
Yes, right. Okay. No more?
I'm done with questions. It doesn't open itself to a lot of questions. This is a film about answers.
Yeah.
The
And,
answer is ninja.
Yeah, and they tie everything up pretty good. Like, there's no loose ends except for those cobras that were just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that was kind of like, all right.
I assume the cobras were okay.
But no, that was just a sleepy smoke.
It was
for
just
cobras?
it was go away smoke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Final recommendations. I'm going to be quick. I like this movie. I think it's fun. I'm going to give it a 2.
I give it a 2. I screwed up. It was actually supposed to be my number 1 in our year in review for my recommends, but since we watched it this year, maybe it'll make it next year. We'll see.
Hey, there you go. Jackie?
I'm going to give it a definite do.
Okay, you liked it.
I am very entertained by Sho Kosugi.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He always delivers.
Every time
And
it's
every
fun.
time it's different. It's just, like the lollipop thing that he put into this one. That was just so off that it was funny. He's got a good sense of humor.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his career was too brief. It basically spanned to the 80s, and we got about 8 movies from him, and it's about 80 too few.
I wonder because Van Damme's first movie is a Kosugi movie. He's a side player. And I wonder if his exaggerated facial features, like if he learned that from Kosugi.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it seems like, because he's doing a lot of the same stuff
Yeah.
facially that Kosugi did. It's like, I wonder if he got that from Kosugi. That's cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Streaming do's and don'ts this week. Both on Amazon Prime, so hopefully you got a subscription to that. I can't imagine anybody wouldn't. But first off, starting with Casper Van Dien,
CBD.
CVD, and anybody else? I don't think so.
Oh, no, Cynthia Rothrock.
Oh, yeah, barely. Fuck, I wouldn't
Barely.
I wouldn't even say that. 2016 movie called Star Raiders, The Adventures of Saber Rain. How about that for a title?
Yeah. Saber Rain isn't really spaceship captain name so much as stripper name, but
Correct.
I'm giving this one a hall pass on that.
And he's also not so much as a spaceship captain. He's more of an ice pirate.
Yeah, he is a nice pirate.
A pirate of, not necessarily Penzance. He's not a fancy pirate, but he's got a what are those swords called?
A rapier.
A rapier and a pirate's jacket
Yeah, he's a dandy.
and brown pants and the whole thing.
He's got the goatee, so he's a little rugged.
Yeah, sure. Love the CVD.
Yeah.
Real budget, terrible bad special effects.
This thing does one of the hardest things to do for me. When as a viewer, as my personal tastes are concerned when viewing bad movies, the thing that I sort of never give a hall pass to are really bad CGI.
Yes.
And this thing survives really bad CGI, which that says a lot because I pull the plug on these things after about 4 minutes usually.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And this one's fine. It's fun enough that I don't care. It might just be that I like Casper Van Dien that much, but I had a really nice time with this movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Jackie,
I watched it.
yeah, what were your thoughts? You're kind of the wild card on this one.
I really like the storyline. I really hope they make another one.
Yeah, I
But
do too.
the princess lady,
She sucked.
Oh, dude, there's so
Oh.
many people that sucked at acting in
she
this.
had a weird mouth thing going on where
She did.
she was talking like she had fake fangs in, like over accentuating her mouth a lot. And it was super fucking annoying.
Let me put it this way. There's CVD, who's awesome. And then there's a bunch of people wearing either masks or makeup who are a lot of fun. And then anybody in this movie who is not wearing a mask or makeup sucks. Dick.
Yeah.
Heavy, thick, huge penis. They suck.
Yeah.
I really liked the bug guy with the really big eyes that was
Oh,
just
yeah.
freelancing off the side.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah,
blast.
the bug guy was awesome. I thought that the main bad guy takes his dumb mask off at one point to reveal that he's just got a head full of party dip.
Yeah. Red glowing party dip,
Yeah.
and the top of his head has come off at some point in
Yeah.
his history.
I'm so evil, my head came off.
And-
What?
And seriously, if he tripped, his fucking brains would fall out.
Yeah, he can't even bend over.
You
It'll
need
just-
to get a helmet or something, buddy.
Yeah, put the hat back on.
Yeah, your brains are like right there. It's not helping anything.
No.
Not to mention he doesn't have eyeballs either.
Nope, can't see shit.
I don't know if he would have ever had eyeballs. His brains are too big. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I liked the makeup though. I
Yeah.
actually respected the makeup work in this film.
Yeah, the
makeup-
lizard lady looked great.
Yeah, and I liked the big guy with the big head. I thought he looked good. Yeah, I thought he looked good enough to be in Star Trek.
Yeah, it was those the new synthetic masks, I think, that you do a little makeup around them. They looked real good.
Yeah. I liked this movie as well. It's real bad, real stupid, real terrible acting, real awful CGI.
The acting is so bad.
It's so bad, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I do hope that they make another one of these.
Yep.
Next up, Sam and I watched this by ourselves. It's been in my fear list for a long time. Like, God, a lot of people talk about this, but I'm scared of it. It's our first Neil Breen movie, who is essentially a creepier version and a harder working version of Tommy Wiseau.
Yes.
It's Fateful Findings, which is supposedly his most popular shitty film.
Yes.
Sam, this was a big one.
This is going to be an episode at some
It
point.
has to be an episode.
There are now 4 films that I consider these just deplorable abominations to filmmaking that are so poorly done because it's like usually a movie is so bad that it becomes funny and then they can get worse and they're not funny again.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go a light year past that, what you have is The Room,
Right.
Templar Nation, Birdemic, and this film, Fateful Findings.
Correct.
And of those 4, I will now rank them. Fateful Findings is number 1.
By
It is
so far.
I almost threw up. I was laughing
I
so
almost
hard.
broke a blood vessel from laughing.
I couldn't breathe sometimes. It is insane.
It's bonkers. It's baffling.
It is. How did it happen?
No idea what anything is going on. At any point do I have a clue what this movie is about.
Yeah.
Whereas The Room's fairly tidy in its story. It's a really stupid story. And it's basically non-existent, but it's Johnny and his wife don't like each other very much for some reason, and he blows his brains out at his birthday party. That is a concise story. Really, props to Tommy Wiseau for writing a terrible story, but it's there.
It's there.
I got no clue here. None.
None.
No idea at all.
Takes a left turn into Crazy Town.
It's bananas.
And it finishes up like, this is the ramblings of an insane person. Oh, it is the ramblings of an insane person.
Yes, Neil Breen has been in and out of mental institutions his whole life.
Huh. And he
Good
makes
for you
these
working?
movies. Yeah, good. He's making me laugh, so good job.
The other thing that he does amazingly that I couldn't believe is he can make a sex scene less hot than Tommy Wiseau.
I just don't think he knows how sex works.
I don't think he does.
I don't think the mechanics are foreign to him from the looks of it. All of the sex scenes do not involve... It's like, since you have to use baseball for a terminology with sex, right?
Right.
In between first and second base, he overruns first, and every time gets caught in a pickle.
Now, here's the deal. Before I learned how the birds and the bees worked when I was a little boy, I
He
was...
still made it farther than he makes it.
Well,
every time.
I'm going to explain for him, but he's a grown-ass man. He's 56 years old at the time of this making of film. But when I was like 6 years old, 50 years younger than he is, I thought the birds and the bees worked this way because I'd seen movies. And the movies I had seen when people have the sex starts with they take their shirts off and then the camera cuts away and then they've made love. And I thought that that's what sex was. You took your shirts off and you hugged and you've had the sex.
Yep.
That is what Neil Breen believes sex to be.
Yes, that is what happens in these sex...
Your pants stay on, your shoes stay on. You don't lay down. You just stand up and hug.
And hug.
And you've
made
done
sex.
It. Man, you had a lot of sex, right?
When in reality, you're in the pickle between first and second
And
base.
you can't use tongue either with him.
No.
You just gently peck each other awkwardly, randomly.
Oh, so strange.
It's just the most baffling sex scenes ever. Tommy Wiseau's weird ass is hotter than Neil Breen's shirtless, dry hugging, gentle pecking. Bizarre.
It's strange.
Oh my god, I fucking loved this movie.
I did.
It's skyrocketed. I don't think I love it as much as Troll 2.
No.
But it has eclipsed The Room on my top list.
But Troll 2 was made by people who are filmmakers.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't have, like... And it's not a vanity piece either.
Correct.
Whereas... and I guess Birdemic isn't really a vanity piece.
No, that's... what's his name? Dave Nguyen selling his own Chinese restaurant. So that's a pretty big vanity piece.
It's close enough. And so you have those 4 films that I lumped together.
And don't forget, it's his own opinion on global warming.
Yes.
That is completely
it's
false.
A soapbox
So,
sure. Yeah.
it qualifies.
It qualifies. So those of the 4 movies I'm ranking, This one, number 1. Templar Nation, a close number 2. The Room, number 3. And Birdemic, a distant 4, because it's very hard to watch.
It's so hard to watch. But, yeah, this is a blast. Fateful Findings will be an episode probably very shortly. I'm jacked about this film. I'm ready to watch it again. And I am very ready for Jackie to watch it.
Yeah, I almost peed.
Yeah. To end the show, we got a little bit of listener feedback. Actually, let's table that for just a second. Jackie, it's your pick next week. What you got in mind?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's not Gwendolyn, The Perils of Gwendolyn in the Land of the Yik Yak?
Yes, that's it.
okay.
It is hard to remember the name of that movie.
Yeah, I remembered Yik Yak, but then I was like, I don't want to sound like an idiot.
What's the story there?
We might have a friend of the podcast on.
We may. And also, it's a connection. We've made a little mini run where we got Sho Kosugi twice, then connecting with Brent Huff in this film, and Brent Huff is the star of Gwendolyn with Tawny Katang.
All right, there we go. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll track that down and then put that out on next Monday. So in listener feedback, we got a suggestion from a new listener on Facebook. His name is Justin Paul Mitchell. I wonder if he's related.
To Paul Mitchell?
Yeah.
Or to you, because you have the same first name?
No, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if sex works like you take your shirts off and hug,
hey, man.
Why not,
You
right?
might be Sam Raimi's brother.
I might be.
Yeah. He says, Justin and gang, I watched this movie when I was a kid and thought it was badass. Apparently the critics didn't agree. I'd love to see you guys do an episode on it. Love the show. Thank you for that compliment. And he suggests The Hunted from 1995, starring one Christopher Lambert, who we haven't had a film from in some time.
Christopher Lambert and Joan Chen. I'm familiar. I've watched this movie about 4 times.
Yeah.
I think we could do The Hunted. It's not super fun, but it's fun enough, and it's easy to make fun of.
Okay, well, you don't get a choice because I'm revealing my next 2 picks, which after Jackie's pick, one that's been sitting on the queue for a long time, I'm ready to get to Battleship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do The Hunted, and then I think I might do Fateful Findings. That's
Yeah.
my next 3 picks, I think. Maybe things might change, but I'm definitely pulling the trigger on Battleship. So I hope you have an excellent week, everybody. Write us, tell us your thoughts on the show. Make sure to tell your friends. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We might have some good changes coming. Some things may be happening. We might also have a very special guest, a very famous bad movie director coming in December. I'm not going to tell you any details about that, but that should be fun. Jackie is picking an excellent movie next week, and we may have one of our very good friends of the show on as well. One of the inspirations for this podcast, my guest again. So
We have to borrow the movie from us. Just don't know whether we can borrow him from himself for the
Yeah.
afternoon. We'll see.
So have a great week. We'll talk to you next time, the week of 4th of July. So
Yeah! Woo!
you are Richard Nixon, because that's what you're doing. You're getting
No,
on the
I'm just-
chopper and
I'm
waving
just-
your peace fingers.
I'm excited that I just want the listeners to know that I love you.
I am impeaching you from the podcast.
That doesn't even make sense.
Whatever.
Shut up.
An investigation? Let's have an investigation.
I really just wanted to
Guilty.
scream into the mic.
Yeah, you love that. Get to the chopper. Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.